So this package is a $50 product purchase. It gives you full access to our Bubble Champion game that is currently in the Apple and Android store. It gives you the access to represent all YOBSN products. It gives you full access to a social network. It gives you full access to be a YOBSN owner, but most of all, it is designed to upgrade you to the top packages that YOBSN Games has to offer. And so we want to take just a second, talk about this, and I want to ask our CEO, David Martin, to tell us about the explosion that's about to happen with this $50 package. Why did you come up with this, David?
Well, I'm incredibly excited about this. This, our motto is making the world a better place and saving the middle class. But the thing is, there are a lot of people around the world who can't afford a product that's more expensive than $50 or equivalent in the local currency. And so what we're going to do is reach so many more people than we've ever been able to reach before. The other part is, and I'm just going to be very blunt about this, there are a lot of money games and pyramids around the $50 level. And what we're doing is coming out with something that is absolutely irresistible. Now that's a large statement. That's a very big statement to make. Why is it irresistible? Well, obviously it's a very low, has very low costings. But the other part is that it's giving this awesome game, this social mobile game, that has in-game prizes. It has, all sorts of other features, and including branding, even branding at this level. And there's also the success report that we're putting in, which itself is worth $50. There's also an additional report that we're putting in regards to financial planning, again, worth at least $50 there. So we're putting in massive value, and yet it is a digital product, which means that it is delivered instantaneously around the world to wherever the person is. And it's a revolution because there is no other company in the world that has a social, mobile, revenue sharing, brandable, in-game prizes game. If you look at any of those points, I just mentioned 3 points very quickly. If you look at any of them by themselves, there's no other company in the world that has any one of those. And we're talking about all three combined. It's an absolute game changer. We're just packing it with far more product value than we even should, but we're being unbelievably generous. And we're doing the polar opposite of a company that might have a low price, might have a generous compensation structure, but on the other hand doesn't have the real product value. And we're doing it with something that is completely innovative, that is not available anywhere before. And the way that people are going to be able to leverage this is absolutely astonishing. And with the automated upgrade system, which, by the way, as always, we give people a choice. So, automated upgrades, they can turn it off if they want, or they can have it on. Completely their choice. But that gives them additional product purchases, if they so choose. That gives them even more value and allows them also to have the opportunity in so many ways to continue to upgrade their lifestyle in ways that simply weren't available to them with any company and with any product before. That is my heartfelt belief. Absolutely.
Excellent. The words that I heard were game changer. And for a games product, I guess that makes sense. What I'd like to do is I'd like to ask Andrew Eaton now. Andrew, and to here have two of the larger organizations in the world. I'd like to ask Andrew, who hails out of South Africa. Andrew, what does it mean to have a $50 package for you and your organization?
Ken, I've got to tell you, I'm super excited. I wish I could express it louder than I can, but I think I might wake the people up in the room next door if I do that. But you know, coming from South Africa, and I know to hear from Malaysia, one of the challenges we find in our business is that there are two things. Number one is that we find there are so many people who want to be part of YOBSN. They want to change their lives, but they are really at such an income level in the current economic situation around the world where they really just cannot even afford our original lowest package. And you know, you sort of feel helpless. You can't help them. It's just, you know, sorry, that's where you are. And you know, what we've had to train people to do is not to actually try and prospect those people, because we've just had to exclude them from our mission, which is to make the world a better place. So there's been a whole wad of people that have been excluded, and with this package we can now finally help those people change their lives, and I'll elaborate on it a little bit more just now. The other thing that really excites me is that there are a lot of risk averse people where even $100 to $150 is a big risk for them, yet they want to change their lives. I think with this with this new $50 package, we're going to attract a lot of those people now as well, and in turn really be able to help them. So what I'd like to say is this, is that show me, if anyone could show me another network marketing company that has an entry level that is so ridiculously low in terms of being able to purchase something. And in many countries around the world, including my country where I'm from, and I know Tahir from Malaysia, where up until such a stage where you've reached a certain level of success, there's no auto ship. That you can purchase a product for $50, have no monthly auto ship, drastically start to change your life with such a tiny risk. What we have just done, what YOBSN as a company have just done, YOBSN Games has opened up a whole massive market for us, and we are going to drastically change people's lives as a result. It's incredibly exciting.
Tahir, tell us what it's going to mean to your organization.
Absolutely, Ken. First of all, everyone is talking about opening this big, huge market, which we haven't got into. Absolutely right. So I want to emphasize on that because everyone has already done that. A few other points. The next point is that could you imagine you struggling to find money to see if you could get a bike, and imagine YOBSN as a vehicle which says, here's the bike for $50, and what we assure you, what we want to lead you to is a path where you can have your Beamer or your Rolls Royce or whatever that dream means. So apart from entering into that market, the next point is this company has been extremely generous in terms of upgrading and in terms of commissions. I mean, all they're saying is, for your own sake, we will double your commission. All you have to do is use that money to upgrade so you can get a better class of your life, so you can stand somewhere else better. So that's the second point. The path with which the company has been so generous, first the market, then in that market allowing that path. Now the third point is the leverage. As YOBSN owners, could you imagine being the CEO of your own business? Could you imagine entering into a market which is the biggest market ever and leverage on those people who, by the way, can go and sell a $400 package and earn full direct bonus? Wow! What would that mean in terms of leverage? So that's point number 3. The last point is duplication. Yes, $400 was not easy for a lot of people to sell. Yes, you had to do 40-50 slides to actually show the presentation. But could you imagine picking up a pamphlet of 2 pages or 4 pages, putting it down, and $50 members can actually go and sell those? Could you imagine the amount of duplication that's going to happen, which means so much more in passive income? This is a game changer. This is mind-blowing, and all we need to do, as Andrew said, is go out and take massive action, because the time is now, before it's too late. Yes, your neighbors, yes, your hairdresser, yes, the person sitting next to you in the car is going to tell you about YOBSN if you don't do anything about it now. So that is what it means to us today. Take action and go massive. Thank you, Ken.
And I'd like to close out just saying that this could have never been possible before. This is the first time this could have ever happened. The technology, the company, and the leaders have all come together. This is going to be an explosion, and anyone who misses out has missed out on the train that's taken them to the rest of their life.
Gentlemen, thank you so very much.